Hi, I'm Liv Long, founder and CEO of SMSFai, and today I have Tom Prizeman with me from Coinstash. Welcome, Tom.
Hi, Liv. Thanks for having me.
No, my pleasure. So tell us about Coinstash. What makes Coinstash one of Australia's leading exchanges?
Yeah, so Coinstash is one of Australia's longest running cryptocurrency exchanges. We were founded in 2017 by our co-founders Ting Wang and Mena Theodoro. And their vision for Coinstash has always been to bridge the gap between traditional finance and the crypto space. This means taking that secure, compliant, and user-friendly investment experience that people are so familiar with and providing the same thing for crypto investment. So fast forward, we're now an Australian-only team with our head office based in Brisbane, and we have over 40,000 users.
So, Tom, what sets Coinstash apart from other exchanges?
Great question, Liv. So I think it starts with our motto, built by investors for investors, and that is our focus. We want to get the best opportunity for our clients to engage in the crypto space in a safe and compliant environment. The first thing that we do is we have the largest selection of cryptocurrencies out of all the centralized exchanges in Australia. We have over 1,000 listed tokens and coins.
Yep.
Our closest competitor, I think, has around 400 assets on platform, so it's a big difference when it comes to choice.
That's huge. That is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next thing would be our memberships. We have a tiered membership system where, based on your trade volume and your holdings, you can increase from the silver, which is your starting membership, all the way to our black membership. And you see significant discounts on the standard trade fee when you go through that membership system. So standard trades on our platform start at 0.85%, but can go as low as 0.13% depending on your membership level. The standard across Australia would be around 0.5 to 1.5, depending on which platform you go with. So we are quite competitive in that area.
Absolutely.
Yep. And I think one last thing would be we have a division called Coinstash Private, which is connected with memberships. If you're gold membership or above, you will get access to Coinstash Private. This division includes early access to investment opportunities. So you have priority token listings, we do intelligence reports, market updates, but most importantly, in my opinion, I think is you get a dedicated account manager, which gives you that personalized support.
Yeah. That Coinstash has over 1,000 listed assets, like compared to everyone else. How do you do that?
Yeah, so we list more assets than the other Australian exchanges because we built out a part of our platform called the DeFi connector. So DeFi tokens or decentralized finance tokens aren't typically listed on centralized exchanges. You usually only have access to them if you know how to interact with the decentralized exchanges out there. And that process is quite complex and involves certain risks. This is where Coinstash has designed a way to remove that limitation, which, to put it simply, means our users can discover and trade these early stage assets with the security of being on an Australian exchange and without the complexity of understanding how to use all these different on-chain tools.
So, Tom, what platform features are there for investors?
Yeah, really important. So our goal is always to create that beginning to the end journey for the investor and make it as easy as possible, especially for those who are just starting out in the space. I think there's two probably really standout features on our platform that I enjoy as an investor. The first would be bundles. So we have these pre-packaged selections of cryptocurrencies, and these make it really easy to gain a diversified exposure to different sectors. So a lot of you might have heard of things like the DeFi tokens or AI crypto assets, Liv, as you're familiar with. You know, you got gaming tokens or just your blue chip ones like Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Yes.
And this feature really makes it simple. You can just bundle up those assets and offer that instant portfolio diversification without hassle.
So for people like me that don't know which ones to pick, you just go for something like that.
Pick a bundle that you've got an interest in. Yeah. The next one is auto buy. So for me, this was an essential part of my investing journey. In the early days, you know, a lot of people talk about this concept of dollar cost average, where you set up a standard purchase over a period of time. And the auto buy feature helps you remove the emotion from investing. You can just set up an automatic purchase and ensures that consistency without the stress of those short-term price fluctuations.
So, Tom, let's talk security because that's a major concern that I always hear from investors. What does Coinstash do around that area?
Yeah, this is an important one for sure. Security is it's a core pillar for everything we do. Ensuring the investor assets are always protected is the first step of being a quality platform. I think there are three areas where investors can start comparing different platforms when they make these decisions on where to invest.
Mhm.
Um, Full asset backing, or they call it proof of reserves, is something that a lot of exchanges do, which we do. You'll find some exchanges lack transparency in this area. So we hold all assets one for one with our reserve. So that means all client funds are held one for one with our reserve, and they're fully backed and available for withdrawal at any time.
Right.
Kind of strengthening that same area would be independent audits, which means our company accounts are externally audited, publicly available every year, which means you can actually see, the assets and liabilities and how they're held on the platform, which is really important to get that assurance.
Absolutely.
Security. So we're powered by Fireblocks. Fireblocks is probably the number one digital asset custody and storage solution globally. All the major exchanges use it.
Yeah. So, Tom, why is Coinstash considered a leading exchange specifically for SMSF investors?
Yeah, good question. So this is an area we spend a lot of time focusing on, and we are proud to be one of the best exchanges for SMSF investment. It is a complex area, as you know. There's lots of challenges when it comes to banking restrictions, the tax reporting, and I think the support that platforms give their clients. So yeah, the first one is support. I think for us, we provide a priority support for SMSF accounts. We do one-on-one onboarding calls with dedicated account managers, and there is always the option to do it independently, but some people choose to have that personal face-to-face call. The next would be from an investor point of view. Again, we have the largest range of SMSF eligible assets, so you'll get more exposure to more tokens within your SMSF account. And I think this is probably one of the biggest ones. It's banking. So one of the biggest pain points for Australian SMSFs is banking access. Many banks reject or delay crypto transactions. For example, last year, Macquarie Bank, which has over a third of all SMSF bank accounts, introduced a blanket restriction across all major crypto exchanges, blocking withdrawals to those exchanges.
Infuriating investors like me everywhere.
Sure. Yeah. A really big challenge for investors with those Macquarie banks. So we've addressed this. Last year, we've built a strong partnership with a neobank called In One Bank. They are a digital bank, and we're currently the only Australian crypto exchange with an account with them. And we've worked on a pathway where clients can seamlessly deposit AUD from In One Bank accounts to the Coinstash platform. Last thing is the reporting again. We're directly integrated with tax software providers, and we're the only exchange with those audited account statements. So for your clients' reports, when they get to the accountant, just like yourself, or to the auditors, they get some more assurance that that is actually in the held within the exchange as it's stated.
Yeah. So, and the audited reports from our perspective are the big game changer because it saves so much time and money for people and hassle, I should say, when they get to the end of the year. Because if you don't have audited reports like you do, then the investors or the trustees have to keep a copy of every single source document and provide that to the fund auditor at the end of each year, which is just way too much of a hassle.
Absolutely. Saves a lot of time for both the client, the SMSF trustee, and the professionals in the space.
It does. So, Tom, the number one question I get from people is, I want to buy some Bitcoin. How do I get started? So where did they go from here?
Super simple. On our end, to get started with Coinstash, you can head to coinstash.com.au, and you can, for SMSF clients, use the code SMSFai. When you sign up for an SMSF account, you will receive a $200 BTC bonus upon account creation.
Yep,
so
that's a nice welcome bonus.
A little gift for your clients, Liv.
Thank you.
And yeah, like I said before, you got the choice to either onboard independently. You can handle that document upload and verification yourself if you'd like, or opt for that one-on-one call with an SMSF account expert, which gives you that extra support and you can answer some questions.
Brilliant. So that's good. Send all the questions to Coinstash, not to us.
That's right. We'll handle them.
Great. Okay, well, thanks for your time today, Tom. That was all absolutely great. I'm sure we'll be hearing from you again.
Brilliant. Thanks for having me, Liv. Bye bye.